Hi everyone, I'm back for another update. It is May the 27th and I have just finished school for a week's half-term holiday, so very much looking forward to that. I had a busy day yesterday. Went to my parents' house. They've bought a new house, so went round there, spent a few hours, helped do some bits and bobs they need doing in their house. Yeah, I've also been getting into running, being able to run a 5k. So I went for a run yesterday morning. I can now run for about 20, it's very precise, but about 28 minutes now without stopping. I've been using a Couch to 5k app. So it starts off, it's like the first run you do is run for 1 minute and walk for 3 or so. It's barely any running, but if you follow the program and go running at least 3 times a week, you can kind of build yourself up. So I think I started at the beginning of March, and I could barely run a minute, and now I can run for about 28. Don't get me wrong, I still find it really difficult, but I would say I could probably run for about 15 minutes comfortably. And then the other 13 minutes of pure agony. But the idea is to just keep going and don't stop, even though it's really painful and all you want to do is stop. And the more you do it, the quicker you recover between each run, and the easier you find doing longer distances later. So I'm not very quick, but yeah. Yeah, they're building up to doing a charity 5k race on the 10th of June for Macmillan. So yeah, and I think after that, I think I'll keep on with the running and try and find other races I can do. You know, maybe not necessarily charity ones where I have to ask people for money and whatnot, but yeah, just other local runs so I can keep going with it. Anyway, went off on a bit of a tangent there, but yeah, so I had a busy day yesterday, not doing anything today. My husband's at work, and then we've got a few things planned for beginning of the week. And then towards the end of the week, I haven't got much to do, so I should get some stitching in then. Might try and do some DIY house jobs and stuff as well while I'm off. So yeah, I'll get on with the stitching. So I've worked on quite a few projects since my last update. I was just getting them all out, and I go on Instagram to see what I have actually worked on since the last time I posted a video, and I've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 things I've worked on and 2 new kitted up projects to show you. Haven't got any finishes, although I did order, I've got 3 things to FFO, which I've shown in the previous video. I've got, you know, so I went on eBay and I ordered 2 frames for 2 of them, and I already have a frame for 1 of them, so I'll be able to hopefully show you those FFO'd in my next video in a couple of weeks time, hopefully. So okay, what should we start with? So I'll start with this one as it's right next to me. So if you watch Crafty Creative Claire, you will see that she, or anybody else that's taking part in it, you will see that she has stitched or started stitching a Christmas bauble for Mr. Cross Stitch Not So Secret, it's the not very top secret Christmas cross stitch bauble project. And the idea is that you stitch one of these bauble patterns, and you can go to, oh, it doesn't say the website on my printout, but I just googled Mr. Cross Stitch or Mr. X Stitch bauble and it comes up. So it says, want to be part of a collaborative art project? Mr. X Stitch is doing an art installation this Christmas, and part of it needs hundreds of cross stitch baubles. Stitch a version of one of these designs on 14 count fabric in whatever colours you like. Let your Christmas creativity flow free. The more colourful baubles we get. And then it didn't print the rest of it out, and it does actually say the website at the bottom there. Visit mrxstitch.com/bauble. So I wasn't too sure about the thread I'd chosen at first, but I have chosen a Threadworks thread that I bought at Ali Pali last October at the stitching show, and it changes from red to white to green and continues. So I decided to do this one and do all the bits that are in red here in that variegated red, white and green thread. And then my idea is, although I don't know how it's going to work yet, but I'm going to try and see what happens. Because I'm stitching it on navy blue fabric, I'd like to leave this as navy blue, but I might try and back stitch the outline in a silver. So I've got a silver somewhere in my stash, so I'll show you what I've done so far. I'm not 100% convinced that that will work yet, but we will see. So that is as far as I've got, and you can see the shape of the star bit in the middle sort of forming there, where I've not I've left the spaces. There you go, that looks better. Okay, so I think it would be alright, but I'll try the silver back stitch, or I might end up just stitching it in silver, or I don't know, but I'll do this and see how I get on. So yeah, I think I only started this maybe a week ago, maybe not even a week ago, but I've been quite enjoying just using the one thread. Get quite a few stitches in on that. So yeah, that's what I've been working on mostly this week. So thanks to Claire for telling me about that. And if you use the hashtag, I can't remember, if you follow me on Instagram, Buckle Stitch obviously, you'll see a hashtag I've put with this, and when you click on that you can see lots of other people that are taking part in it. Okay, so that's that. I bought some of these cute project bags from Amazon. I actually thought they were A4 when I bought them, but I misread and they're actually A5, but they do for smaller projects. Okay, so this is, I made a start on this at the Milton Keynes retreat, and this is The Rain Fell by Little House Needleworks. And I decided to stitch this on, this was a Sparkleys fabric I bought last year from, last October at the Milton Keynes retreat then, and I think it was called Blue Lace Agate. So, and it's helpful if I do it the right way up. So that is where I'm up to. So this is mostly being done in Classic Colourworks, I think. Yeah, a couple of DMCs and Classic Colourworks. So there we go. Had to do a lot of frogging on this when I first started it because I stitched one of the white flowers in completely the wrong place. Yeah, so I think when I go back to this I'll continue her dress. Don't know if you can see, that's a variegated Classic Colourworks, the umbrella. You don't really notice it when you're stitching it, but when you finish you can kind of see it. You can see the greys and the blacks. So yeah, this is an even weave, and I think it's 32 count. Yeah. So that's that one. Ah, needle fell off. Sorry, occupy yourselves while I sort this out. Okay, that's that one. This is a start I made from a chart I bought at the Milton Keynes retreat from Sarah Marnie. And it is Welcome Spring. by Country Cottage Needleworks. Love the carrots, love the bunnies, really love the orange thread that was used for the carrots, and this is how far I've got. You can see the outline of a bunny's ear there in one of those carrots, and this is being stitched on a sew it all 32 count even weave in kelp. I've actually got a larger piece of this, but I cut it to size. I'm not having much luck today with needle minders. I've now lost the back. Oh my goodness, it's stuck to my Fitbit. Right, there's that problem solved. Okay, so that's that one, and that's being stitched in mostly DMCs with a couple of classic Colourworks. And that's the orange that's used, Pumpkin Harvest. If I don't put these things away as I go, it'll be a right old mess. And then it puts me off filming further videos where I spend longer tidying it away than I do actually filming. Oh, this is a little mini finish actually. And I have stitched the summer part of the Lizzie Kate Seasons series. So I'm stitching this along with bow ribbon. And she also made a start on this one. And I can't remember if I think she's finished it, I can't remember. But I know that she's started autumn. So here is my finish. Really love the whale. It's a bit of an odd shaped melon. I do like a watermelon, but it's a bit of an odd shape. So, and this is being stitched on 28 count even weave from Sew It All in etamine. Or etamine. And I'm going to, hopefully, well, I'm going to stitch all the other three on the same fabric. And I'd like to buy a frame that has, so one frame that's got 4 sections in it, so I can put, oh no, that's not true. I want to do that with my space ones. What am I talking about? I want to do, oh yeah, I want to frame them like this. So then I can put one out and I'll have it, so I change it over each season. So that's that one, and that's being stitched in DMCs and anchors that I've got from my stash. Okay, something else I have worked on. I feel like I'm whizzing through these quite quickly. You might disagree, but I feel like I'm racing through them. Makes you realise just how much stitching you've done when you film these videos. Okay, so the next project I've been working on is Main Street by Country Cottage Needleworks. I signed up to the auto ship from Patchwork Rabbit for this, so I've actually got 5 of them now. I might have 6. No, I've just got 5. So that one I've already, no I haven't. That one I've already done. That's the first one. That's the flower shop. And this is the one that I'm currently doing now. And then the next one is that one. And this reminds me of my wedding because I got married outside under one of these gazebo things. Okay, so this is being stitched on a vintage green Belfast linen from Sew and Sew. And this is where I'm up to. I think this is going to look really good when I've finished it, like the whole thing. So I'm not too far away from finishing this one. All that's really left to do are the books in the windows. And that's about it. And there's a cloud that goes above the tree. But yeah, so I'm really pleased with this. I think I'm going to be very pleased with it when I've done it. I did have an idea of starting each one on the 1st of every other month. So I'm due to start the next one on the 1st of June. So I think I probably could. How many days have I got? 28, 29, 31. So I've got 3 days. Yeah, maybe. I might be able to get that finished in time. If not, I might just finish it whenever and just start the other one whenever. And those plans can go out the window. So that's that one. And then another one I have been working on. This is the last one I've been working on in the last 3 weeks. Is the lovely Olivia Oakleaf. And I'm not a million miles away from a finish on this either. Since you've last seen it, I've done this big leaf here, and I think this one as well. So some of the leaf detail in her dress. And I might have even done the top actually, since you've last seen it. I think this will remind me of, I was stitching this while watching the Eurovision Song Contest. So, yeah. And this is on Iced Coffee 28 count even weave from Sew It All. And this is a stitch along with Bow Ribbon, Crafty Creative Claire and Michelle Gunn. So yeah, all in weeks dye works. So looking forward to finishing that and putting it up somewhere in my little cross stitch corner under the stairs. Okay, so that is 6 projects that I have been working on. I think that is everything I've worked on since last time I filmed, which is quite a good going really. I haven't really made, oh yes I have made some purchases. Getting ahead of myself. Okay, so I've got 2 new projects kitted up, ready to start. And I already had the fabric. I bought the charts a while ago. Or for one of them I had. And then I just needed to buy the threads and organise which threads I already had and try to sort of reduce the number of threads I needed to buy by using what I already had in my stash. So I have bought Silver Creek samplers. What is it called? I think it's called Dare to Fly. So I bought this chart and I'm going to be stitching it on this fabric from Pole Stitches. So it's an opalescent sky looking piece, which I thought was perfect for this. It's bluer than the fabric that's recommended for this. It's very, very subtly white and grey, the fabric in the picture. But I still think it will look pretty good on this. So this is from Pole Stitches that I got in a Pole Stitches like multi-pack of 3 fabrics. And the threads I've got for this, so a couple of anchors and DMCs, but I've got some Weeks Dye Works and some Gentle Arts. So I'll show you the colours that I've got. So I really like the name of this one. This is called Otter Creek. And this is a nice sort of dark green colour. This is another Gentle Arts one called Mountain Mist. I've only ever had sort of 1 or 2 Gentle Arts threads before, so I'm expanding my collection. This is called Wheatfields. It's nice golden brown. And then some Weeks Dye Works. I've got Havana, Gunmetal, and honeysuckle. Okay, so yeah, I'll look forward to starting that. I might start that. I've got a thing in my head, I feel like I need to finish something before I can start one of these. I could just start it, but I've got a nagging in my head saying I need to finish something before I start something else. And the other project that I've got kitted up is another Silver Creek samplers, and this is a stitch along that I am doing with Crafty Creative Claire, Kat, who is on Instagram. Her name is something like Kitty Shajin. I might have got that wrong, but yeah, he might find her on Instagram. I think one of her sort of tag names on it is something like Kitty Loves Tea or something like that. So Kat, Claire, Gem Stitch, oh my goodness, I can't remember, that's really terrible. Michelle Gunn, you're doing it, aren't you? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember. Is Adele doing it? Is anyone else doing it and I haven't said they're doing it? The reason I can remember Claire and Kat is because I know they've already started it. So anyway, there's about 5 of us doing it. So I think I must have remembered everybody. I'm really sorry if I haven't. Someone tell me if I haven't. Okay, so this is Dorothy's Discovery. It doesn't say the names on the front. Should really do that. So I really like the colours in this. I like the quote. I like the shoes. I like the rainbow. So, and I'll show you some of the threads for this. So again, I'm using mostly anchors and DMCs that I've got in my stash, and I just needed to order 4 other threads. So some awesome petite treasure braid for the shoes. This is used 1 strand of this with 1 strand of another shade, a normal shade of red, which is pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to using that. Then got Morning Glory, Gentle Arts, Cornflower. So Morning Glory is just a little bit lighter, and Toffee, which I think is used for the text. Okay, and this is being stitched on a fabric I've got recently at Milton Keynes Retreat from Sparkleys, and this is called Dr. Smith's Tonic. So a neutral, sorry if the lighting's not very good, a neutral opalescent fabric, and it's in a 32 count Murano. So I'm looking forward to starting that soon, when I finish something else. Okay, so that's all my stitching and my purchases for my new starts. What else have I been doing? Oh, I've joined in with an event in one of the cross stitch groups. I think it's the Ultimate Cross Stitch group, where they are setting challenges for completing a certain number of stitches each week. Oh, I've just remembered, is Stitching Donna doing the Dorothy Discovery? Maybe. My brain is terrible. Anyway, yeah, so the reason I remembered her is because I saw her post, some friends of her on Facebook, her post came up that she was taking part in this event the Ultimate Cross Stitch Group are hosting, where they challenge you each week to do a certain number of stitches. I've quite enjoyed counting how many stitches I've been doing. I've got my little note block where I've been writing down how many stitches I've been doing, sort of chunks at a time. And then the first week was complete 750 stitches in a week, which I did pretty easily. And then this week is 1,250 cross stitches in a week, and I am up to 890. So I've got till the end of today to get another 360 done, which I should be able to do. And then I'm guessing, I think it'll probably go up in 500 increments each week. So by the end of next week it'll be up to 1,950, which I may be able to do as I'm on half term and not as busy going to work and stuff. But then I think there's a fourth week, a last week, where it'll be into the 2000s, which I may struggle with if I'm, well, yeah, I will be at work. But we shall see. I'm quite enjoying taking part in it. Yeah, I didn't do Stitch Mania. I'm not one for starting projects every day or every other day. I'm very much, I stitch on what I want, when I want, and I don't like the idea of having loads of whips. I think I'm probably into the 20s, but that's enough for me, just because it stresses me out a bit. But yeah, I really enjoy seeing other people's Stitch Mania plans though. I like seeing all the different things people have decided to start. Yeah, and seeing how people interpret Mania in their own ways. So I do like watching people's progress. Yeah, so I think that is about it. I've waffled on for quite a bit of time. I need to watch some Floss Tube. I need to watch some of Tina's Simply in Stitches videos. I've got YouTube loaded up on my telly now. Who else have I got to watch? Oh, I just finished watching Stitcherista's New Jersey retreat vlog, which was quite fun to watch. So yeah, I'll stop waffling. So thank you everybody for liking and commenting on my last video. Please ask me any questions or leave me any comments if you've got any under this one. And I hope everybody has a good stitchy couple of weeks before I see you next time. Bye!